I walk over to the coffee shop, and the purpose of this segment here, this live stream here on Substack, is to invite you to go on that walk with me and continue a discussion that I started on a show that I host every day called Java with Jeff, and it's all about the mindsets that are necessary for growth. So we'll keep talking. We'll keep talking. As you come in, say hi. Let me know that you're here. And my hope is that we can grow this to the point that it really is a conversation and not just me pontififying. How do you say that? Pontififying? I don't know. Not just me talking. How's that? So, what I brought up this morning on Java with Jeff is that the last couple of mornings, my brain has been really slow to get started. Just a little bit of brain fog and fatigue and everything. And I realize part of that's probably the time of year, all the things that are going on, the things that we're thinking about, the things that we're having to navigate, good, bad, or otherwise. Good morning, Nicole. And I do public address announcing for high school sports, and that's definitely a big brain drain. It takes a lot to, especially right now, it's basketball season. It's fast paced. Basically, if you don't know what public address announcing is, if you go to a game and you hear that voice, like that voice from the rafters, making the announcements, the substitutions and the points, and that's me. And the way I look at it is you're basically telling the story of what's happening during the game. You're narrating the game. Hopefully you can hear okay. It's really windy today. And so it takes a lot, right, to watch the action and translate it and then tell the story. And so I get it. I did basketball, I think 3 nights in a row, and it drains the brain and everything else that's going on. But so the question is, what do we do in terms of growth this time of year? What does that mean? What's necessary? And I think this setting, walking through the park here, it's a really good illustration. I started talking about this at the end of Java with Jeff, but all these trees here at the park and everywhere, depending on where in the world you are, I guess. It's towards the end of the year, the leaves start to change colors, and the trees, they drop the leaves, and there's a great example of a life form that does everything that it needs to do to protect itself, to sustain itself, to feed itself, so that it can survive and grow. So the leaves change colors, they drop off, they look like this for a few months, and then they start to bud and they start to bloom and they start to leaf out, and they go through this whole cycle throughout a year that allows them to grow. They don't do what we do as humans. Oh, I'm going to spend 350 days just go, and or maybe more than that, 360 days, and go. And the last 5 days of the year, I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna rest and relax and spend time with family, which, by the way, is not very restful or relaxing because I'm shopping and I'm going from here, there, and everywhere for holiday gatherings and, the stress of travel and, whatever's going on. Trees aren't doing that. And so we've had this big thaw now, so it's incredibly sloppy out. So that, that's kind of what's been on my mind is, wake up the last couple of days and brain's not working. It takes a while for it to kind of kick in, and yes, I'm walking over to the coffee shop and kickstart with caffeine. And the espresso definitely has an effect, for better, for worse. But I think one of the things that's really important is for us to really consider our priorities, really consider our intentions, and maybe even most importantly, really think about what feeds us. Here's some things that I wouldn't normally share out loud, but one of the things that I've been sitting with a lot lately is Christmas. Now I'm at a point in my life where my kids are in school. Most of the time it's just me and the dogs at home. There's all this Christmas going on now. I've got some baggage around Christmas. From the last chapter, the previous chapter of my life. And I've been thinking, it's like, what do I want out of this? What do I want Christmas to be? Well, I'll bring it back to the topic here in a minute, but, a week or so ago, had some people over and somebody was really excited. Oh, well, you should, you need to do this and you need to do, they're like looking around my house and, decorating and this, that, and the other. And I realized at some point how, in a way that was actually kind of triggering, again, going back to previous chapters, but, it was the things that they were saying, this was out of their own enthusiasm and, no hate on them for this, but, so, they're excited. They like this. They want to do this. And, everybody ought to get into it in this way. And I don't think that's true at all. I realized later, it's like, that was really starting to bother me. And I don't, I don't want to yuck on their yum. Is that how the kids say it? But I realized, like, it's, even though, what they were talking about was their, brought happiness for them, brought joy and enthusiasm for them. That's what they were talking about was at least draining for me. It was a good illustration that is not what I want or need out of Christmas. I started thinking about that more and thinking that what I really enjoy, I do enjoy the decorations and the festivities and things like that, but really only in community. I enjoy it. There are certain things about Christmas festivities and things that I really, really like, but I like to enjoy them with people, right? With others and share in the festivities. And what was bothering me, about what they were saying was, oh, you should do this, that, and the others. Like, I I don't care about that for me, right? Me here, me and my dogs. Dogs don't. The dogs don't care about it at all. I just wonder why I moved their bed. so, so I guess bringing that or trying to bring that back to what what the actual topic was is I just had this realization that while these ideas obviously energize the person that was talking and feed the person that was talking, it's the exact opposite for me. I think Christmas loses its magic slowly for you every year. It doesn't help that your husband is a Scrooge. Yeah, I don't. We have this. I don't know. There is this expectation, I think, that Christmas is this wonderful. Well, that's interesting the way that comes to mind. But we have this expectation that Christmas is this wonderful time, this magical time, and if you have or you're around young kids, it absolutely can be. If you're not, my kids, and this, Nicole, my kids are both, the youngest is 20 now. They're not, right? They're not getting up at 5 o'clock on Christmas morning. And, that magic, as we think about it in that way, is gone. We think about it, and I think a lot of us lose track that not everybody observes or celebrates Christmas. There's that reality as well. But it's, when you lose or don't have or never have this connection with the magical things. And I guess that's part of what I was thinking about before was, at one point, we had decorations all around the house and outside the house and things like that. And that wasn't my deal. That wasn't my gig. And there's a lot more to that. But so now that rubs me in a sort of way. But like when you start to lose your own meaning, and that, I'm not talking about like a religious or spiritual connotation to it, but whatever meaning that you had connected with Christmas, when that starts to go away, then then I think the magic goes away. Right? Whatever that connection was. And I think you can see that in a lot of different things in our work or our lives. I see that with people in their careers. Like, yeah, I'm not sure I want to do this, that, or the other anymore. Morning. For for some reason, they've lost that connection. They've lost that magic. And it may be because of projects. I remember, years ago, I left a firm where I was part of the management team, and best boss I ever had, some of the best work I've ever done. And I had the magic was gone. I literally had hit the point of burnout, just some 2 or 3 really tough projects in a row. Sometimes concurrently. It's just, I lost it. I got to that point of burnout, and the magic was gone, the joy was gone, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter anymore how good the work was or how good the firm was or any of that. Ironically, this wasn't one of the tough projects, but ironically, Carolyn lives in one of my old projects from that firm. And it just, had gotten to the point where none of that mattered. Cole says, I think a lot of it is just getting busy with adulting. Life gets stressful with the end of year. Holiday stress adds to it all. Yeah. Yeah. When adulting is real, right? And so multifaceted, a lot of the Christmas magic that we remember came from times where we didn't really have a care in the world. Looking back on it, we were a little kid or teenager or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's not real life. And that's fine. I mean, that's part of the human experience. And I think it's also a good reminder. A lot of sirens today. It's a good reminder, a good illustration that, when we think about this time of year or any time of year, we think about going back to the trees, what they do. Would it be fantastic for us? Maybe this is a good point too. Would it be fantastic for us if the trees basically stayed either blooming or in their fall colors all year round? How colorful would it be? How beautiful would it be if that were the case? But that's us. Right? So these trees put on incredible shows throughout the year. And we love it. It's beautiful. We're going to drive through upper New England and look at all the fall foliage. And we think about that in terms of us. Us as humans. Trees aren't doing it for us. Right? The trees are putting on those shows for themselves as part of their survival. So what do we need to, what's the lesson that we need to take from that? We can't show up all the time in support of other people's needs and moods. Sounds kind of weird to say, I guess, out loud, but I was having a conversation about that yesterday afternoon. I was talking with someone, and they were talking about someone in their family, sort of the difficulty of the relationship. And, what was becoming evident was that the other person, this person they were talking about, was relying on them and other people to show up in certain ways, right? To support their mood, to support, if you don't show up in a happy-go-lucky, bubbly, whatever mood, then they're automatically going to be in a bad mood because they're relying on you to set the mood. But we can't do that. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to prioritize ourselves. We have to, like I said earlier, we have to set our priorities, set our intentions. Intentions probably come before priorities, but just like the trees do, that's the only way we're going to grow. We can survive for a while. I know, I'm doing a lot of these strategy sessions, which are great. And I'm also going to run a sprint, a 6-week sprint at the beginning of next year. Starting to send out information about that now, but I know there are going to be people, the topics of the that we're going to cover over the 6 weeks are based on the common threads that I'm seeing in these strategy sessions. So I know it all resonates, but I know there are going to be people at the beginning of next year, right? At some point they're going to hit that wall. They've slogged through it. They didn't take care of themselves. They didn't do what they needed to do through the holidays. Maybe they're a what do you call it? Maybe they're a resolutionist. You know, they set some resolution or something for the new year. We talked about that at the place last night. It's like, wow, how many people are going to be showing up in January? And at some point, all of that, you run out of gas. You run out of the ability to keep that going and start dropping off of the resolutions and sort of hit that wall. So anyway, made it to the coffee shop. I need to go. Thanks for walking with me. Take care of yourself. Take a lesson from the trees and do what you need to do to continue to grow. All right. See you tomorrow.